Composite Gloves here, and this is the 7th video in the Harmor from the Ground Up tutorial series. And today we're going to be talking about the tremolo, and it's going to be a really quick video. It's pretty simple. I do not know if there are articulators for this, but if there are, they will just affect on a per harmonic basis, just like everything else that's been going on. The amount of this on each individual harmonic, which ones are affected, which ones aren't. I don't know if there are or are not. But anyways, that's besides the point. That's what it would do. So this is a stereo effect. If you've ever seen an old organ, well, certain old organs, they have these spinning speakers and they create a particular tone, and that's what this is meant to simulate. And so when you turn on, so that's our sound, but as we turn it on, well, right now it doesn't sound all that pleasant because of our speed setting, but it's essentially panning it back and forth between our left and right speaker quickly. And the speed affects how fast that happens. Right now, it's only doing volume though. So this could be a useful setting for, say, like an LFO almost. And I haven't covered LFOs yet, but we will. And then the gap affects how big the space is between that panning. So, and then it will become a panning deal. You'll see it move from left to right. And let's make the speed slower. It's weird because this is like speed 100%, but this is like way slower. And you see it's actually, if you look up here in the hint bar, it gives you the speed in milliseconds, the time it takes to go between them. And so if we can see our panning too. So this is at 0, so it just does volume, but this basically, the gap just affects how big, how far from speaker to speaker it goes. Essentially, how big your stereo field is. So I hope I made that clear. So if your stereo field is like from, so let's say we have a point here and a point here, and the stereo field's only this big, it'll only move from here to here because that's how big your gap is. If the gap is at 0, there is no gap, so it's mono, so it'll just do volume up and down. But if we do our whole stereo field, it would go from boom, 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 like much bigger. So let's make, using the same chords as before, we could make an organy sounding thing. We'd have to mess with our timbre though quite a bit because this is not, organs do not use straight up saw waves, at least the really famous ones didn't. So let's play our notes. Of course, the depth. I've had the depth on all the way the whole time. It sounds much more like an organ now. Let's change the harmonic level. And you know what? Organs didn't have ridiculous amounts of bass. They had more of this like mid. They had some mid low. Man, that sounds so weird. It sounds better with unison too. Anyways, you get that organy feel, and we can keep going after it. I mean, I don't have a particular organ sound in mind either, so that's not a big help when I'm trying to emulate an organ. Plus, these are pretty far spaced apart chords. Probably help if we had them closer. But anyways, that's what that does. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Subscribe if you've got 10 fingers. If you have 9 fingers, you should watch this video 9 times and then subscribe. Or if you have less fingers, do it according to the number of fingers if you don't have 10. If you have more than 10 fingers, then holy cow, you should leave a comment about that and then subscribe. And have a blessed day.